Ridgevue traveling from Nampa last night. We knew they were going to be late because there was a car accident on the interstate. So we stayed in close contact with them, understanding it was going to be a late start for us. Started hearing from them again close to American Falls, and their coach started saying he was concerned about a safety issue because they weren't going to have enough time to warm up or eat. We wanted to make sure that they were going to get a full warm-up, even offered to make sure they had food. And then we were just going to start as late as we needed to just because we needed to get the game in, right? It's just these kids, they put so much time and effort in. It's basically, we talk about it all the time with our kids. You work 12 months for a chance at 12 Friday nights. And so we were going to get our Friday night in no matter what. And so we were going to work with Ridgevue to make sure they had ample time to warm up. I told our kids that they couldn't get out and get an extra warm-up in before the Ridgevue got here because I didn't want any unfair advantage. So we waited and waited. Got here at about 8:45, and it really didn't seem like they wanted to play. At least their kids wanted to. Their coach didn't seem like he wanted to play. Even before he got here, he was saying maybe we just play a quarter, and that's just not right. That's not right for their kids. It's not right for our kids. So I said, no, we'll plan on playing a full game, and, you want to tap out at a certain point, you can tap out, but we'll plan to play a full game. So they got here. We got our guys dressed and ready, started our pregame warm-ups. They got their team dressed and ready, and as I went and talked to the coach after I got them in the locker room, he mentioned that they were going to have to get back on their bus because their bus driver was out of hours. And I told him, I said, no, that's fine. You can send your bus driver home. These kids deserve a game. All of our kids deserve a game. And so I offered to pay for a new bus driver and a new bus to get them home after the game. He wasn't too keen on that and said he had to make some phone calls. So we were just trying to make whatever happen. Just wanted it to work out for all the kids, for Ridgevue and for Pokey. It's just too much time goes into these kids to steal a game from them. And so just really disappointed for them, for our kids, for their coaching staff. Just really disappointed that it ended up with them refusing to play. They said they had to hop on the bus and leave. I was here till, 10:30 or so, and they didn't roll out until 10:15. So we definitely could have played. Their team just was over there on the grass playing catch and hanging out until 10:15 last night with a program that refused to play us. I did offer that we would travel to Ridgevue today. I said, yeah, you don't want to meet us halfway on Saturday. We'll get a bus or we'll carpool and we'll meet you in Nampa and we'll play our game on Saturday. And he refused that offer too. So just really disappointed in a lot of decisions, and the lack of willing to compete is, embarrassing to me, but I just feel crushed for our kids.
When you say paying for certain things, would that have been out of your pocket, or would that have been out of some budget, or how would that have?
That was something I was going to have to break news to my wife, that she was going to have to pay for a bus and a driver, but no, I didn't care. Like, I just fully expected if that's what it takes, Team Spillett will flip the bill for a bus driver and a bus. That our kids work too hard. Their kids work too hard. Don't take a game away from them.
We talked about it too, the forfeit versus no contest. Just where's that sort of at, and where do you anticipate it going?
Yeah, so we were talking to the state. My AD was on the phone with the state. Just wanted to see how this was going to shake out, where they were refusing to play us Friday night. They were refusing to play us on Saturday. In my mind, that's a forfeit, and as of yesterday, the state was going to rule it a no contest. Maybe it'll be different once more details come out, like the fact that Ridgevue hung out at our field until 10:15, and we could have just played a full game in that amount of time. So I don't know what's going to happen. As of last night, it was still going to be a no contest. But like I told my AD yesterday, if I refuse to play Twin Falls next week, it's forfeit, and it should be a forfeit. So in my mind, not that it matters, it's just it's just a technicality, but refusing to play, it's just not a no contest.
I was seeing videos too. It looked like the place was packed and people were sticking around for a while. If you can just, any words of praise for Pokey Nation, I guess, for sticking around and maybe their disappointment level.
Oh yeah, I mean it's our home opener, right? And so the city's excited. We got a big win last week in Utah State Stadium, Maverick Stadium. The city's excited. Our fan base is excited. Our students are excited, and they were troopers, man. A big shout out to all of Pokey Nation for they were hanging out. We had people here still at 10 o'clock even after the game had been canceled. That a little devastated. Parents were devastated. Even parents from Ridgevue, and it's a long drive to come here and then find out that you're not willing to compete. And so I felt for everybody, but a big thanks to Pokey Nation, and we'll have a I guess a different home opener here in a couple weeks.
Anything else you can think of that you want to?
I don't think so. I think I've taken enough shots.